Hello everybody, today we're going to learn the easiest way to do solo heroic Slavepens on a Warlock, no swim speed potion required. There are many tips and tricks I had to learn the hard way that I thought I'd share to make this run much easier to learn and 100% repeatable. I want to shout out Thotful on YouTube where I originally learned how to do this run. The setup is the same: zone in, stay to the right of the first pack, cross the water, stay to the left of the second pack. You can use the soulstone method that Thotful used to get past the slave master and into the hallway, or faster and easier way is to pop a 25 silver lesser invisibility potion. Pop the potion before you walk up to the slave master, hug the left wall, run through the tunnel, and when the potion expires, you're past the slave master and the patrol. Next thing to pay attention to on getting through to the start of the run is waiting for this 3-pack patrol to make it to the left edge of their patrol, while the slave master in the middle is also heading left. A little before he reaches his leftmost point, you basically just kind of run right through the middle between the packs on the right, the slave master on the left, and then the Bogstrocks on the right. Zooming out quite a bit helps here, and just a kind of midline as you make your way through. When you get through, there's a safe spot in this little nook by the torch on the left side, in case the next 3-pack is where you want to go. You have to wait there and wait for them to leave, and then you can scoot on through. In this run, the 3-pack is on the left, not in my way, so I just breeze right on through and wrap around, getting ready to use the Eye of Kilrogg to pull the defenders out of my way so I can make my way into the hallway that leads to Mennu's room. There are a couple areas where I believe we can make significant improvements on Thotful's video, where I've seen in the comments anywhere from capping your FPS to not capping your FPS to turning on VSync to turning off VSync in an attempt to make this jump easier. It does not matter what your video settings are, it doesn't matter what system you're on, whether you're on a desktop or a laptop. I've done it on both. What matters is jumping at the correct angle with regard to the wall. So I kind of broke it down here where 90 degrees perpendicular to the wall would be, and you want to be just left of 90 degrees. You can see here I'm jumping at just left of this 90 degree angle. If you find yourself jumping perfectly at 90 or even to the right of 90, likely you won't make the jump. But if you really focus on aiming just left of 90, you'll make the jump every single time. Trust me, this is the pro tip you're looking for. I'll go ahead and fast forward through some of this video until we arrive at a place where there's a new tip for me to share. The best tips I can share from Mennu are to drain his mana, maintain dots, and use your pet to kill his healing ward totem as soon as possible. It's very helpful to have a mouse over pet attack macro, a pet stay macro, and a pet follow macro for managing your pet's positioning and avoiding the Fire Nova totems, which will one-shot your succubus. I do this run in Arena PvP spec, aka 2536. It's got everything you need: Siphon Life, Curse of Exhaustion, Amplify Curse, Soul Link, Demonic Knowledge, everything to keep your damage high, mobility good, and in case you do take a hit from Quag, you won't die from Soul Link. Another point of contention would be the claim that you cannot make the wall jump. When you have cripple on you from the collaborators, you can make the jump as seen here. Just keep in mind that because you're moving slower, you need to jump closer to the wall. Just maintain that 90-degree rule we talked about earlier. Here's a good example of making the most out of your pet and using attack, stay, and follow commands to keep them out of rain of fire while keeping DPS on the enemies. More DPS means faster clears. At first you may feel under pressure when they cast rain of fire, but realize it holds them still during the entire channel, and you can just sidestep it and maintain DPS. Try to focus on where the rain of fire has landed, and send your pet to attack the mob that is not standing in the rain of fire to get free DPS with your pet. And just like that, relatively quickly, we killed that pack and we didn't even need to use the wall. On the 2 packs of Coilfang defenders, we make a lot of use of Curse of Exhaustion, our dots, and our pet to DPS them while staying out of melee range. Just pay attention to when they have their spell reflect up. Do not cast Curse of Exhaustion when that is up. The best spell to cast when spell reflect is up is Siphon Life. If it is reflected, it will heal you more than it will hurt you. Also, you can follow with Corruption. If it is reflected, you can tank the damage, and you get free Shadow Trance procs. For the last defender pack before pulling Quagmire, focus mostly on casting Curse of Exhaustion when they aren't spell reflecting. It's more important that you get them slowed on the ramp versus doing damage. Slowing them on the ramp allows us to get to the wall much easier.
It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet.
Let's get this party started.
That spell isn't ready yet. I'm out of range. It's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I need to get closer.
The only tip I have for this pull is starting the Eye of Kilrogg cast when the patrol is between the last 2 cages, as you see here. This makes the timing of the eye arriving to aggro them more repeatable. As you can see, the last tunnel patrol was heading toward us, so we just jumped down to the left and recast Eye of Kilrogg and pull the pats again. Here I summon my imp with phase shift on, and then I summon Eye of Kilrogg to bring Quag to the top of the lake. The eye will not aggro the tunnel patrol. Throw your imp in the bush on stay, and then head back to the safe spot in the tunnel. I walk up to this dark spot on the wall, hit pet attack and wait for the firebolt to get cast. Once it's cast, you start running. When coming up this ramp, it is crucial to hug this line in the terrain on the right edge. Staying to the right avoids aggroing mobs on our left. Here we pull a Voidwalker to slow down Quagmoran. He runs faster than the Bogstrocks ads that come with him. We want him coming up the ramp in Mennu's room, more stacked together with the Bogstrocks. When we jump into the water and turn around, we can see the Bogstrocks are ahead of Quagmoran, which is a good sign that they will be stacked together by the time they run to Mennu's room. Another tip is waiting for Quagmoran to be rendered before you run all the way up the ramp. If you are too fast, you actually can de-aggro Quag and the Bogstrocks by going up the ramp too quickly. I like to wait here in this position so that I can see Quagmoran's position relative to the Bogstrocks. From the very top of the ramp, you're out of render of the Bogstrocks, so you can't tell where they're at, and if you need to delay Quagmoran any additional amount. From here, it's back to our ledge like we always do. The tip from Thotful's video still applies. Pay attention to which direction Quag is running. Sometimes you do need to run all the way around the corner to get him to run around the ledge, or else he'll beeline it for you because he thinks you're in melee range. The very last tip of the video is a little extra help on keeping Quag and the Bogstrocks stacked. Quag will cast Poison Volley intermittently. When he casts this, he stands still for a bit, which we can utilize over time to keep them stacked together. Try and time being on or off the ledge with his cooldown timer. I track his cooldown with DBM, you can see it on the right side of the screen. When he is off cooldown, he will usually cast it within a few seconds. If he's too far to the right of the Bogstrocks, be on the ledge when his Poison Volley is off of cooldown, and if he's too far to the left of the Bogstrocks, be off of the ledge when his Poison Volley is off of cooldown. This should help you.